Hello and welcome to the Creaky Cutest. I'm a monk, and today we are back inside Mountain Blade Bannerlords, and this, I believe, is our 34th episode. So big thank you to anyone that has watched every single episode. We are continuing our Let's Play, of course, and we're in the process of building up our kingdom, establishing them as a superpower on the map of Calradia. Now, we're doing pretty good. We do own quite a bit of land, and we're currently at war with just the one nation. Now, that may change in the future. But for now, we kind of do need to make sure we start scoring some points within this war. I am also very much looking at growing our empire some more, and that means getting in more clans. However, money-wise, it can get rather costly, and the more clans you have, the more costly it can get too. So money is also going to be something on the horizon. Whether we end up doing some smithing in this episode, I very much doubt it. But yeah, seeing if we can recruit someone should be on top priority. And I kind of fancy me a tournament. I don't know if you've been watching since the beginning of this series, but I was very interested in becoming the tournament champion. We're quite far from that, and we haven't done any tournaments for a while, so we're probably even further than we really should be. But yeah, that's something that I would like to at least have a look at. Let's see if we can win one now. Full disclosure, it's actually been a little minute since I played the game. Typically, I try to record in advance. However, I know that Bannerlords should be having an update soon. Now, I use the word soon rather loosely. However, the PC version is in a major beta right now. They're testing out new mechanics, and they look absolutely amazing. We should be getting console cheats soon. When this will happen, I honestly don't know. They are in the patch on Steam right now. I really hope we get this update soon, not just solely for the cheats, but you know what? This is a tough game, and I honestly do think that these console cheats and actually having a little bit more leniency within the game could really help the player basis. So yeah, hopefully this update comes soon. That is just one small element of that update. Of course, there is a lot more with it, including a rework to the workshops, which I'm actually quite looking forward to. We got the trusty bow. Now, we did work tirelessly to improve our bow skills not too many episodes ago, so we actually don't mind using a bow these days. But yeah, I am definitely looking forward to this rework with the workshops, because at the moment, apart from smithing, there isn't a great way to actually earn money, and that's a real shame. I feel like the workshops and the caravans, they really should be a massive part of this game, and I'm not saying that they're not, but they're definitely not as profitable as they should be. I believe I am dead. Okay, so it's just me versus the horse dude. Let's pick up a shield. Okay, we got a shield. I tried to have a look around for a horse, but I don't see one. So it means that we are against the horse dude. We have minimal health right now, so that's not cool. I wonder if we can be a bit cheeky and get some points with the bow. I wonder how much health this guy actually has. Missed one. We're not doing very good with the bow, are we? Not too good at all. But to be fair, I thought I was going to be killed by those two infantry on foot. Very surprised that I actually managed to beat them. Now it's just me versus the horse. Of course, if I don't win this, I don't believe I'm going to go through to the next round. Although I've just noticed this is actually my companion I'm fighting right now. So even if I don't go through, he should. So that's not bad. Could be worse. And of course, if your companion does win a tournament, it does mean you get the reward. Now, the reward really isn't why I was doing this. There's not typically too much money, especially in that weapon that we're about to win. I believe it was the axe. But hey, at least we don't lose the reward if he wins. I'm actually kind of looking forward to a brand new play. We have been in this playthrough for quite a long time. We've done a really good job at creating our own kingdom, and being a king is tiresome work. I kind of want to go out on foot and just be my own man again. But of course, before we can do that, before we can start thinking about another playthrough or a different playthrough, maybe even a challenge playthrough, we do need to make sure we get our kingdom on their own 2 feet. Oh no, that's not cool. Okay, let's see what happens. Our man goes through and he wins. We, of course, get the black heart added to our inventory because, as I said earlier, he is our companion. Now, I was just talking about our kingdom. That's right, our kingdom does need a little bit of help. Now, we are at war with only one nation right now, but I am paying, I believe, 3 other kingdoms currently to not attack me. So in order for us to, or in order for me to feel like our kingdom can actually stand on its feet, I do think we should be free from debt, or at least have as much coming in as going out. So looking to score some war points right now is a good idea. Let's get a little bit closer. Oh, there is an army. I did not see that army. We literally rode straight past them. Not only is it an army, but it's one that is significantly weaker than our own party. So let's see how this little battle is going to turn out. Now, we do significantly outnumber them, but we are actually going to have a battle here. I don't want to lose too many troops. And it's potentially the first battle of the episode. Now we're in forestry, which I think kind of... In fact, are we in forestry or are we in a town? We could be in a town, which is why it's so condensed. I hate these battles. They're rather annoying. I like the fact that you're able to see where the enemy is or where their flags are. Of course, I have ordered advance. The difference between advance and charge basically means that your troops still walk in an orderly manner. They're not going crazy. You don't ever have like 1 or 2 people just pushing up like madmen, which is kind of cool. And there is a little bit more order to the advanced order. Hey, we found them. I wasn't expecting to find them. See if we can actually do any damage. 99 damage dealt. I do love this sword. It's very cool. I like playing with your own crafted weapons. I think that's it's a perk of the game, and one that many people unfortunately do miss out on because they choose not to go into smithing. I understand why. It takes a damn long time to get into smithing. But in the end, it is very worth it. I actually typically don't like going to war with this nation that we're at war with. I think 90%, 95% of all their units are always on horseback. And it can just be a pain in the butt trying to hack them all down sometimes. Yeah, even lowly troops, most of them have horseback. They have a hell of a lot of horse archers. They're actually a very, very good nation to be recruiting from for your troops, of course. But yeah, typically I like to stay away from them. For whatever reason, though, in most of my playthroughs, they don't do too well. They are a nation that gets taken over rather quickly. You'd think because they have their back to their wall, they're able to actually defend their position a little better, but it just never really happens with them. Unlike Valandia, but there again, Valandia do have some of the best troops in the game. Most people would say that about the Kites as well, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, most of my playthroughs, they do not make it. Battle is most definitely in our favour. They don't have many troops left. Plenty of green sprawl there, top right hand side of the screen. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you are still playing Bannerlords, if you're still enjoying it, how your current playthrough is going. Don't forget, we do actually have an active and growing Discord with many people that play Bannerlords within the Discord as well. So if you fancy joining, you fancy chatting about your game or just whatever game you happen to be playing, the link is down in the description as always. I kind of wish there was a little bit more of a purpose to these towns and villages. I think some of them look really cool. I think they're all mostly, you know, a unique layout. And it's just a shame that you never really have to spend too much time inside them. There are quests, of course, that you can do for the notables in any village. And sometimes lords will require you to go to this village or that village. But for me personally, I've just never really found a huge need to even do those quests, which sounds a bit odd, but you know, that's the truth of it. You just never really need to do the quests and never really need to hang out in the towns. And it's a shame because obviously a lot of work's been put into making those towns work and be a part of the game. Hey, we rescued our brother, which is on one side quite exciting. On another side, I'm a little bit worried if my brother was captured. What is happening with the rest of my parties? That's something I'm going to have to figure out and work out. Got some level ups to do here. Lots of troops are gaining level. We do have a pretty good army, a pretty good stack of troops. I believe most of them are top tier, or at least a decent tier. Of course, we are going with the Fane champions as our mainstay within this army. We've done that since the beginning of the game, actually. Typically, I don't ever tend to have too many of them in my playthroughs. This playthrough, we deliberately targeted having them and building up the amount that we have, and we've proved just how absolutely overpowered they actually are. If you can get the enemy to charge and to come in, you know, within range of your Fane champions, they will absolutely tear the enemy to shreds, which is pretty cool. Okay, another worrying sign. I do not own this city. They have 0 troops in the garrison. Now, one or two things has happened here. Either it's a newly taken over city, which it most likely is, or my troops, my clan leaders are losing the current war. They've lost a few battles and they've had to strip the troops from the garrison, you know, in order to replenish their own troops. That would make the most sense. And if that is the case, then once again, we do need to be earning more points within this current war, because we want it to be over as soon as possible. We want them to surrender, them to be paying us taxes. And so it's a shame that at the moment it doesn't appear that that's happening. I have kind of left them to their own devices when it comes to this war, though. I've been concentrating on a few other things, so... And it's actually not a territory I'd like to expand into either, at least not just yet. But as you can see, the garrison did actually get stripped. I just put troops in. They got taken out immediately, which means that, yes, 100% of the troops are being taken out for, to refill the parties. But I think we've got time for one more tournament as well. We did just lose a tournament. I don't like losing tournaments. So... let's have another go, see if we can do any better. I hope we do, fingers crossed. Let's see. I gotta admit, a spear is not something I'm particularly good with. I'm getting the shoulder bash, but I'm not getting a follow-up attack, which is really problematic. It's 2v1 right now as well, so... and our health is very low. This does not look positive at all. I think our horseman just got killed as well. He did. He did. Our horseman just got killed. We are, in fact, about to lose to an arrow to the head. What a git. Would you Adam and Eve it? I literally just got an arrow to the head randomly. There was no blocking that, was there, really? Yeah, well, there we go then. That is another tournament we're dumped out of. 2 for 2 in this playthrough. Will I ever be able to win another tournament again? I hope so. I really do. I'd like to be tournament champion. I can't believe I just done that. Believe we should exit the tournament because that's going to take a little minute. We absolutely did not go through, which sucks. And unlike the last time, our companion did not win this time either. It's a real shame, that. But oh well, you win some, you lose some, and in this case, we lose. We lose both of them. Both of them. Yeah, this is the land we need to get into. Maybe raiding villages is the way to go. For whatever reason, when it comes to points scored, it seems to find that raiding villages helps with that point score. Now, I did have someone comment about just how my character is laid out, what I've done with the upgrades. Apparently, I didn't show it in the episode that they requested it. As you can see, we have majorly gone for one-handed weapons. We have got some points in bowman skills. In fact, we spent many episodes getting those points as well. We've invested heavily into smithing, heavily into leadership and stewardship. And everything else is pretty much as it is. We do, of course, have the riding at only a couple of points, but those couple of points enabled us to get up to a decent enough level to have a decent enough horse. So if you ask me, I'm pretty happy with that. We haven't ever really invested anything into charm. Had we invested points into charm, we would be up a lot more levels than we currently are. As you can see, charm and scouting, we're not going to be earning any more points in because we are maxed out in the points that we're allowed to earn without investing more focus points or ability points into those zones. But yeah, two-handed weapons is something I'd like to invest a little bit more time into within this series, because we're making pretty decent two-handed swords. And I feel like it's something we can boost up rather easy. It's always a good idea to have one-handed, two-handed, and bowman skills for various different reasons. And I like the two-handed weapons for sieges sometimes. You can really cut down people when they're climbing the ladder, and vice versa. You can break through like that too. But again, I understand why the one-handed weapons are very useful. Ours is so high because we were doing a lot of tournaments at the beginning of the playthrough. And as we can see, we currently have no parties going right now. I'm assuming they all lost their battle, so it's going to take them time, but we do need them to essentially rebuild. Our brother, we just saved him. He's not even with us right now, so I have recalled him. Our younger brother may need to be sent out. The Iron Eye, I believe, was the guy that just won the latest. I believe he won the first tournament we was in. And I've clicked on the wrong option. We don't want to make him a lord. We want him to have his own party. There we go. Yeah, see, we are 1 of 4, so we do need to create 3 new parties. The Iron Eye will do. I don't really think he has a major place in our personal army anyway. Younger brother does, however. We did have plans for him, but for now he can go out and lead. That will be fine. And our brother, our older brother, when he comes back, hold on a minute, we have just had a baby. Not only have we just had one baby, guys, but we just had twins. Now that's kind of cool. I don't believe as of yet we have had any children in the game whatsoever. So it's really nice to see that, one, we do actually have children, and getting married was a good idea. Now, I believe conception happened last time we smithed. It's a very good reason for smithing and growing your clan. Work side by side sometimes. But yeah, kind of happy. I don't think I've ever had twins before. That's kind of cool. Let me know down in the comments, guys, if you have ever had twins or triplets or anything unusual to do with kids in your game. Let me know. Very interesting. Never had twins before. That's kind of cool. It's going to be some long time before we can actually put them to use. But it is kind of cool that we finally do actually have an heir. So if we do die or if we do retire, eventually we have got someone to take over. I like that. Kind of cool. And of course, if we have actually got daughters, that does mean we can marry them off and get someone else in the tribe as well. I keep saying tribe, in the clan. We are obviously edging towards clan tier 5. Okay, so I absolutely do want to do some raiding. However, I do see a rather large army up behind me. So we're going to have to see what they want to do. Maybe we can pick off 1 or 2 lords instead. Now, 1, this is a fight that we can win rather easy. 2, I would recommend being a little bit careful when you do this. Obviously, we were running from an army of around 400. It's more than we've got. Do I think we wouldn't be able to win? No, not necessarily. However, what I would recommend is we were moving away from them. Us getting into another battle like this will slow us down because our troops are going to be disorganized for a few hours, which means the advancing army that we're running away with could potentially be faster than us. Now, in this case, I think there was a good enough distance. between us, so I don't think it's too much to worry about. But this is a beginner's guide, as always, and so, you know, I wouldn't be doing my job right if I didn't give you guys a tip and an insight as to why I do what I do and how I do it. Another little battle for us. I do want to keep winning these little battles. As I said, I want to earn points within the war score. I do want this war to be over, and I need to inflict casualties on them. However, I wasn't expecting him to be willing to join me. And we got a critical success, which is kind of cool. And we got another one. We only need one more point, and we got 2 more questions. So we don't have a 100% chance, but we did get a critical success, which is actually kind of cool. Again, I don't think it's very often you get 2 critical successes. So now we know he's willing to join. How much is he gonna cost? Oh, $750,000 dinars is a lot of money for any clan. I don't know how good this clan is. It wasn't a thought out decision, but that's a lot of money. Let's pop that down and see if we actually have many crafted weapons that we can offer. Of course, we all know that you can use your actual current inventory to sway people. Now, typically we have quite a lot of crafted weapons on us. I don't think we've got too many right now. A little bit of smithing is something I do actually need to spend a little bit of time in. But if we can get our price down even a little bit, I'll be very, very happy. Now, I don't want that helm to be in there, so let's pop that out. And I wonder if there's any more swords that we can add just to try and lower that price a little bit more. I'm very happy that we managed to find an extra clan to join us, however. We're certainly edging into the region of being able to hold our own just in numbers alone, you know. Having many clans in your kingdom, all of them being able to raise armies and just add troops is so good. Numbers win wars at the end of the day, so that's good for us. It wasn't too many episodes ago that we had just ourselves, and in fact I'm pretty sure we had to turn a companion into a lord in order to get our first clan in, and we've done that a couple of times as well. So it's really good to see us being able to recruit more clans and hold our own a little bit better. Okie dokie. Money wise, what we're looking at, you know what, that's not bad. That's a hell of a lot better than it was. We'll take it. It's still an awful lot of money for any clan, but we have actually got another clan within our kingdom now. I'm happy with that. Let's go hunt someone else down. We got a little bit lucky that who we attacked happened to be the head of a clan. Can we catch him? That's the question. Come on. I think he's a little bit faster than us, you know. However, in forestry, because of the culture that we are, we should be a little bit faster than him. So if he stays in the forest, we got a good chance of catching him. Come on. I want to go down and help my friend. Wow, he's even gained a little bit of distance now. I don't know if it's going to happen. My God, they finally happened. Finally happened. Okay, we caught him. Now, we only have to sim this battle. We massively outnumber them. I'm happy for that. Good little win, if you ask me. You are now my prisoner. I'm going to capture as many of these lords as I can. Again, the more hostages I have, the more points we have in the bag. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch him. We're disorganized. He is not, but we're going to have a go. There we go. We didn't actually catch him. It was the 75 party that actually grabbed him. And we just managed to catch up after the fact. We have seen the battle, and on that victory, guys, we're going to end this episode here. If you've enjoyed, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, think about doing so. We've got so much content on the channel for you. And until next time, I've been a monk, we've been critically clueless, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy, and of course, as ever, guys, happy gaming.